Hello everyone, welcome to PSpice Tutorials. In this video, I am going to demonstrate the VI characteristics of a triac using DC sweep analysis in the OrCAD PSpice Allegro tool. This is the circuit I will be building. We have a triac, we have two resistors, one across its gate, another across its MT2 terminal. We have two DC supplies as well, one across the gate to MT1, another one across MT2 and MT1. Let us start by constructing this circuit. So, I will launch the Capture CIS application. This will take me to the start page of the OrCAD Capture CIS. Here, I will create a new project. I will name it as Triac Characteristics. I will make sure the type of the project is PSpice Analog or Mixed AD. The location is not set, so I will create a folder for that. Right. So, then I will press OK. Here I am asked whether I want to create the project based upon an existing project, which I do not want to do. So, I will click on create a blank project option, then click OK. It will then take me to the schematic page where we will start the construction of the circuit. As you can see, the place part window is disabled here. So, click on this icon in the draw toolbar which says place part, and that will enable the place part window to be visible. Let us start the construction. So, I will start by placing the triac first. So, the track I will be using here is 2N5444. You can see the symbolic representation is given here. Double click on that, rotate it. Right. So, let us now place the rest of the elements of the circuit as per the circuit shown here. We have two resistors. Let me search for that. Search R, double click on R analog, place it one across the gate, another across the MT2 terminal. Please note we have connected MT2 terminal to RL and the MT1 is grounded. So, this is what is the configuration I will be using as well. After placing the resistors, then I will search for VDC, select VDC/source, place one across gate and MT1, another one across MT2 and MT1. So, this completes the component placing. Let me start wiring them. So, click on this icon in the draw toolbar which is for place wire and start connecting the components. Right. So, finally, I will place a ground. Go to the draw toolbar once again and select this icon which is for place ground. I will select 0 cap sim, place it here. Once again enable the wiring and connect the ground to the circuit. That completes the circuit construction. Now, we will change the values of the voltages and resistors. I will keep the names of them as it is, I will not change, but I will vary the values of the voltages here. Let V1 be a 5 volt DC supply and let V2 be a 100 volt DC supply. Anyhow, I am going to perform a DC sweep analysis, so I can vary the value of both V1 and V2 directly by using the simulation setting. Further, when I come here, I will make the resistor R1 to be 5K and I will make resistor R2 to be 2.5K. These are some tested values. You can vary the values and analyze what is the importance of these resistor values here. Right. So, that completes the circuit construction as well as giving values to the components. Let us now move on to creating the simulation profile. So, go to PSpice menu, select new simulation profile, give a name. I will call it as Triac Car once again, create. A new pop-up window would appear here, click on that. Here, as I said, I will be selecting the analysis type to be DC sweep. Let us now come back to the diagram for the circuit and see what we are expecting as a graph here. You can see this is the VA characteristics. The x-axis is the voltage across MT2 and MT1 and y-axis is the triac current, right. So, we want this characteristic curve to be created by the simulation profile. Coming back to the circuit, let the gate voltage be fixed at 5 volts, no change in that. but let V2 be varied from 0 till a very large value until the triac starts conducting. So, I am supposed to now vary V2, which will in turn vary the value of MT2 and MT1, and whenever the value across the terminals are high enough, the triac will start conducting. So, going back to the simulation profile, I make sure the primary sweep variable is selected. Then I will click on the voltage source and I will give the name of the voltage source as V2, because this is what I want to vary. Then I will move on to the start and end values. Let the start value be 0 and let the end value be a little high value. For example, I will give it as 500 volt and I will increment it in terms of 0.1. Right. So, this is my simulation setting. Click apply, click OK. Now, we have created the circuit, we have created the simulation as well. So, we are ready to run the simulation and I will run the simulation by clicking on this icon which is for PSpice run. A new pop-up window would appear here, click on that. You see the simulation profile as enabled. So, what I will do, I will just go back to the circuit and I will place a current marker across the MT2 terminal edge. This is very important because that is what is the triac current. So, I will come back to the simulation profile and I see the current has actually started appearing, right. But what actually is coming here is a current waveform. As you can see, this is Ix1 colon MT2, that is nothing but the triac current, but the x-axis is not what we expect. If you go back to the waveform, what we want along the x-axis is the voltage across MT2 and MT1, but currently we are getting the x-axis as voltage across the supply V2. So, we need to change this. So, double click on the x-axis, select x-axis, select axis variable. Here you remove the alias names, select Vx1 MT2. However, this is only with respect to MT2, we want MT1 as well. So, you modify the expression by going inside the bracket, placing a comma, once again write x1 colon MT1, right. So, this will modify the expression, press OK, press OK once again and you see the waveform has immediately changed. To make it more visible, I will thicken this plot. So, right click on it, select trace property, go to width and increase the width to a value sufficient height. And you can change the grid lines as well for more visibility. So, go to plot, select axis settings, select X grid, remove the minor grid lines by clicking on none here, do the same for y axis as well, and this graph is now sufficiently visible enough. Okay. To understand what actually is the breakover point, enable the cursor by clicking on the toggle cursor icon. Go to this particular point on the x-axis at which point the triac triggers. So, click on it. Now, come to the cursor window below. So, now here look at this x values, the corresponding value of the x coordinate at which the triac has triggered is 207.259. When I come back to my diagram for the graph, you see this is the breakover voltage. So, I will just put a label for that. So, to enable labeling, you just click on this text label. I will call it as V underscore BO equals to 207.259 volt, right. I will place it here, but it is not very properly visible. So, double click on it, change the font style. I will select the color to be black, I will make it bold, I will change the font to Times New Roman here and I will increase the size to 14, right. Press OK, press OK again, right. So, this is a lot more visible. Okay. So, finally, having obtained the plot and all, let us save it. So, simply click on the print icon here, go to the folder of your own choice and save wherever you want. It will be saved as a PDF file. I will just show how this will be saved. Right. So, this is your plot that is being saved. You can see you have the profile name, you have the plot itself, you have the x and y axis names, everything is properly visible. Right. Now, coming back to the graph that is shown here, let us now try to obtain the quadrant 3 operation. Now, to obtain the quadrant 3 operation, I need to simply provide some negative voltage across V2 as well. So, I will go back to the schematic, I will edit the simulation profile. Here, you simply make the start value as minus 250 This is once again a tested value. Click apply, click OK, run the simulation. Right, so we are obtaining the characteristic curves for both the first as well as third quadrant. Double click on the x-axis to change the axis variable. I'll remove the alias names once again. I'll select Vx1 is to MT2, and then I'll modify the expression by inserting a comma, then writing x1 colon MT1. This will make the voltage across MT2 and MT1 appear across the x-axis. Click OK. Click OK once again. Right. So, here as you can see, we are obtaining both the first quadrant and third quadrant operation. Now, this particular characteristic is when MT2 is positive with respect to MT1. Please note, a track is a bidirectional conducting device. So, if you reverse the voltage V2 across MT2 and MT1, it will still conduct, but for a different value of forward and reverse breakover voltages. So, I will leave that part to you and I will concentrate only on this particular graph, and please note this is for positive MT2 and negative MT1. So, I will just remove the grid lines very quickly. Now, if I want only the x and y axis and no other lines to come, you have to remove this automatic selection. Check what is your x axis range and the maximum value you have to put here. You see, it ranges from minus 200 to plus 240. So, here you have to put 240. And coming to the y grid, do the same operation. It ranges from plus 200 milli to minus 100 milli. So, I have to remove this automatic and make this as 200 milli. So, if I do this, only x and y axis will appear and every other line will be gone. So, you can now place labels as per your own choice here. So, you can now print your graph and save it as a PDF, which simply means triac characteristics both in the first as well as third quadrant. Right. So, that is about this illustration of the characteristics of a triac using a DC sweep analysis. If you like this video, kindly press that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos on PSpice tutorials. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.